bad bitch, I'm a bad bitch, one.
Hello.
Hey, hey.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. My computer's being really laggy. It's really just giving me a hard time tonight. Hello.
Hello. How are you guys?
Doing good.
Good.
I am tired. TBH.
Are you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like I don't know. It seems like everybody's like getting sick, getting better, getting sick, getting better. So I don't know if it's like something like that starting to come on, but Michael woke up with like a headache this morning. So I'm just hoping it just is like a quick passing through something or other, and not, something to bog us down for too long. But
yeah, because you guys were just sick too, right? Like a
couple
weeks ago?
Yeah. Quinn. It started with Quinn and then hit me, then hit Michael, and it was just kind of like domino effect.
Mm-hmm.
But it didn't stick around for too long. It was pretty like, I don't know, no more than like 4 days, like 3-4 days or something like that. So it was on the mend pretty quick, but
yeah,
when you feel like that, it just sucks. It's like a whole body thing, it's like your face, your head, you just kind of have like you just feel like so run down. And then it was like, I'm pretty confident the week before my cycle started, if I'm not mistaken. So like that I'm always just kind of like bleh anyways.
Yeah.
So yeah, just not fun. But
yeah. Whatever we had, we were down and out for like
a minute.
I swear, it felt like it was like 2 weeks long.
Yeah.
Like I don't know if it was COVID or what, because I know that's been going around again, but like we did get the test just because we were curious, and but we tested pretty late, like it was like 10 days that we had already been sick, so it said it wasn't, but I was like, well, maybe it was too far along that it wasn't like gonna say positive. Yeah. But I don't know what it was, but it was just Ben was sick even longer. Like he went back into the gym and then he was like, oh, I'm starting to like not feel okay again. And he's like, maybe I like went back in too soon. So I think like just the past few days he's finally like
really
back in it. Yeah, it's really weird.
And then it definitely obviously doesn't help when he's coming out of contest prep and being in contest prep for an extended period, and his immune system's already shot and stuff, and that's like the perfect storm for something to happen.
I know he was bummed too because post show it's always fun training and like the pumps, everything is like so cool, and he was like out of the gym that whole time.
That does suck.
I know.
That's like the one time it sounds terrible and like it's obviously not this exaggerated, but like it almost feels like that's like the few like weeks where you feel the best, like in terms of being a bodybuilder, like you're
you like come back to life.
Now you like had some food, but you're still really lean and you look fucking awesome. Yeah. It's
really living. It's really living.
I know. We're all good. We're all good now, though. It's okay.
Good.
Heck yeah. Have you guys done any fall activities? Do you guys do any fall activities at all, or is that not our
I told Joe and Bree that they have to take me to the pumpkin patch after. I love fall, all the fall shit. I love it all.
Yeah.
Do it all.
Fall's probably my favorite time of year, especially up here.
Oh, I bet. It's got to be so pretty there.
It's so nice. And like, especially once we get out of, we always get like such a weird, like couple of weeks of going into fall where it's like, it'll hit like 50 in the morning, like 45, 50 in the morning, but then it'll be like 75 in the afternoon. So it's like, you like, don't know what, I mean, obviously you know how to dress for the day, but it's like, you know, you go outside and you're like, ooh, like take the dog out. And I'm like, ooh, it's a bit nipply out, you know?
Yeah.
And then I'm like, my ass off at work later, but it is super nice. We went apple picking today.
Oh, that's fun.
We brought Deuce, and that was a very fun experience. They have like, it's like one of the ones where it's got like the goats and stuff like that. They've got chickens and everything. And
That's
yeah,
awesome.
it's pretty cute, and like a lot of vendors. It's so fun. It's just so fun, especially like going out with the families, like my parents, where they really do it every year. It's like a thing we get together. So yeah, it was really nice, and but it was like freaking hot as shit. I wanted to wear like, you know, flannel, like cute fall outfit, and I'm like, I'm in this like cut off and jeans, and I'm like sweating my ass off. It was so hot because of course it's like all out in the open. You know what I mean? Like there's no really shade anywhere, but it was fun.
That's funny. Yeah, we got invited to like a fall kind of party or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny. So I did dance growing up, and when you're younger, you know, doing these activities, you feel like, my dance teacher, you feel like they're so much older than you, but really like we're only like 5 years apart. So she invited us to like a fall get together at her house. So it's just funny to like stay friends with like people that you know have had like such a history with.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, especially with like a younger like child or whatever.
Right.
So that is happening, or it already has happened?
Yeah, that's in like 2 weeks. So that's our only fall really thing going on so far. But we have some like little markets and stuff that pop up around here too that we want to do. So
yeah. Do you guys ever get like any trick-or-treaters where you live?
Not really, not much.
No.
I know there's like some communities, like gated communities and stuff like that get a lot more traffic, probably because not that we're not in like a bad neighborhood, but like the gated communities, they always get more trick-or-treaters because probably, you know, it's like feels safer.
For sure.
But yeah, so we don't get a ton, but we've only been in this house for like a year and a half now too. So and I'm trying to remember what we even did last Halloween. We might not have even been home. So I don't know. Yeah,
it definitely, especially with like how freaking expensive Halloween candy is. Just buying this, like you get like 2-3 bags, which is probably good enough. If like you're in like a good like saturated area with kids, like that'll get you like an hour, maybe like an hour and a half or something. And it's like $70 for candy to hand out to children. It's crazy.
Yeah, it really is. It is.
No, we definitely get a good mix of kiddos in our neighborhood, which is nice, you know, and like Quinn can kind of like at this point go off with his friends and stuff, and you know what I mean? It's kind of like, it feels like that like safe of a like, okay, you can go around to a couple streets on your own at this point. And,
right. I was just gonna ask if he still does like the trick-or-treating and whatnot.
I think we're on like the downward trend of that. Like it's not, there isn't any like, oh yeah, like I've got to be this for Halloween, or like I got to do this. Like it's I asked him if he knew, and he was like, I don't know. I was like, okay, we'll figure something out.
It's like the phase where they just walk around like as a teen. I know he's not a teenager, but like basically
they're there,
like,
clothes.
Just their regular clothes trick-or-treating.
Almost like it's not cool anymore to dress up or whatever. That's funny. We've been like, I feel like, I don't know, and I feel like I say this all the time, but like nonstop. So like what we have going on like on the weekends and stuff, which is like nice, and like I definitely try to like take the moments to like feel grateful for that, and how we have like family and friends and stuff that we can go see and everything. But yeah, sometimes it is very much like you work all week and you just look forward to the weekend to just kind of like hang. And we were talking a little bit about this, Alyssa, just you know, you can't ever seem to like relax. Like even when like you have the designated time to relax, you're always just like, yeah, I could also be doing this. Like I'm not doing anything. So I could go and, you know, go buy that thing that I was like thinking about going to get. Do you know what I mean? It's like, no, it's okay.
Yeah.
You chill and, you know.
Yeah, you almost feel like guilty for relaxing or not like filling up all your time being productive and stuff like that. I struggle with that.
Yeah. Do you feel that ever at all, Hunter? I mean, maybe not now. Yeah.
All the time.
Yeah.
All the time.
Is it hard for you at this point in prep, obviously being like
to pull back
and not go out and do shit?
Yeah.
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 Yeah, that's a tough one, especially like, I don't know, like obviously it is the time to relax, but you almost just feel like, oh, but there's so many things like I have to get done and like make sure things are squared away or taken care of or.
And it's just me. Like it's not like I have. Like if I don't do it, it's not getting done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah. But
I mean, it definitely, I'm sure like it's obviously like not in the way of like helping you do things, but like keeping you like, okay, like, you know, I can keep going, I can keep pushing with like having people like Joe and Bree, you know, like just in your corner and like doing the same stuff. And, you know, I feel like it definitely would be a lot harder if like you were tucked away somewhere, you know what I mean, without the bodybuilding community and then also doing it on your own, you know. So
yeah. For sure.
And the people
it
that
is awesome having them here.
Yeah. I say Brianna's looking pretty stellar.
She does. Yeah.
Like I can't stop like each thing that she posts, I'm just like, Jesus Christ. Yeah, like how can it get like that much better?
Yeah.
Right.
I think she know. Does she know yet like what show she's aiming for?
She's gonna do Mexico City. I don't know exactly what it's called. It's the week after Olympia.
Yeah.
And then
nice. Okay.
Yeah. And then Fort Lauderdale in November.
Cool.
Okay.
Yeah. November like 15th, 16th, I think.
Well, yeah, actually we'll be there. Ben just chimed in the background. He's got a bunch of clients in that show.
Oh,
yeah. So we're gonna be there. He's like 6 clients in that.
Heck yeah.
Oh, damn.
I know.
Someone bring weed. I'm gonna need it.
What did he say?
He said, "Somebody bring weed. I'm gonna need it."
We got you. We got you. Don't worry about it.
It is nice, especially like when you don't, you know what I mean? Like obviously laws are so different everywhere. So it's like, it's nice knowing you have at least somebody that's there that like knows the hookup or like knows how to go about it, you know? But I always feel like
it was so weird moving to Vegas because like you can get it delivered here.
Oh my God. Like just like DoorDash, like weed.
Literally. The first time I did it, I felt so weird. Like,
right?
You should not be able to do this. But yeah,
that's
you can
funny.
get it delivered here.
That's pretty crazy. I was like, I felt like Maine definitely has it like pretty lax, but I don't know. I want to look in. I don't think we can. I don't think that's been but I've never tried, I guess. So I don't really know if that's a thing, but that's crazy.
Yep.
Is it delivered? Chey, is it legal in Maine, like for non-medicinal use?
Yeah.
It is.
Dude, there's there's gotta be a dispensary, like in a span of like a 1 mile stretch, depending where you are, there could be like 5 different dispensaries, like 4 or 5. It's insane. I don't understand. Like, and what's crazy is like, I don't understand how they can survive. There's so many of them. Like, and it sounds like it's not quite anymore at the point of being lucrative just because like you can get like a 1 gram joint for like $4 somewhere. You know what I mean? Like, so it's just, I don't know, anyone that we've talked to that we've like been kind of friends with that's in the industry or has been in the industry or whatever, like it just, since it obviously like they try to like get you everywhere they can, you know, and like it seems like every year they put out these like new things that you have to abide by, new regulations and stuff like that, which costs money and like certificates and like stuff like this. So like it just, I don't know, it almost seems like it was less of a hassle when it wasn't legal. Sometimes in some cases, but I'd be really interested to have Ashlyn back on again because she manages a dispensary.
That's right.
Like that a little bit more, but
I still think it's crazy that it's not legal here in Florida. It's
Yeah.
it's like anything goes here except
Yeah,
that.
that's what I was gonna say.
Except that. Anything.
Right?
Literally
Like
anything.
literally everything. They
Like,
I mean they just
see,
made
guys.
it like open carry here. You can just like straight up like have your freaking gun hanging on your belt loop, like
Yeah.
Wow.
Not weed. Not weed.
I know. That's insane.
Kind of drives me wild. Yeah. But yes, no, it is very legal here. We actually got 2 plants that we grew over the summer. And we just put them up to dry and stuff, and we're gonna be trimming them soon. We'll have our own stash. Yeah, it would be nice to not have to pay for it for a little bit, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Be
That's
nice.
super cool.
Yeah, and like it's nice to just like know, like it literally was grown in my backyard. You know what I mean? Like I know what we used for it. I know the soil that we use and stuff, and not that like I don't know. I feel like it's not quality elsewhere, but it's just I don't know. It is very rewarding, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, Hunter, have you had any conversations with Christina at all about this wellness switch? Yeah, no,
I had a posing session with her this morning, and we talked about it. It's something that she's wanted to do for a while. So.
Yeah,
and just like watching her face while she talked about it, she was so
good. That's so good.
It is a loss for women's bodybuilding, a huge loss, but
I know.
Like her happiness,
for sure. That's always more worth it in the end. Obviously, you know. And like, I don't think that just because she switches to wellness, she loses advocacy or wanting to advocate for, you know what I mean, like women's bodybuilding, like the women's physique and all of that. And no, it is very like seeing like some of the posts that she's been posting of like her doing like her posing. It looks very like she could do it. She could do.
I'm
I mean,
excited about it.
Yeah, I'm really curious to know how her body responds to like not training up, because obviously like she has not trained up her body, so like who knows how quickly it could come down, you know?
Yeah.
She
was like, I forget. She was like, it's ham glutes with a little quad, and that's her. I was like,
crazy.
Yeah. Did I mean, I don't know. Obviously, this was like your guys' conversation this morning, so I don't know how much you want to like say on here.
Yeah, of course.
But like, did she give any insight into like why? I guess like obviously it makes her happy, but was it like I would rather look more wellness for like real life, not life outside bodybuilding, stuff like that.
Right.
Like she said that she actually wanted to do this for like years. Like wellness was like the initial thing, but she said Wings of Strength approached her, and she kind of just went that route.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
Yeah. I'd really love to. Obviously, when things are much more cooled down than they are right now, going to the Olympia and everything like that, I'd really like to have her on just to. I mean, I think most of us have posed with her and stuff like that, so I think that would be really cool to have her on anyways. Just for that,
absolutely.
Just to have her pop on and chat about just because I don't know, I feel like that's definitely important to hear that, like, just exactly kind of what you were dealing with, Alyssa. You know what I mean? Like, not necessarily feeling completely yourself in the division that you're in or happy with the division that you're in, and yes, the idea, I'm sure, sounds daunting to like not necessarily start over. Like, obviously she's got a tremendous lower body base, you know what I mean? But like, I'm sure like for just anybody, the idea of like, but I've already like worked so hard towards like being here. So it's like, I have to like completely start from scratch and work my way back up. And like, and we know like how much time we already put into this, you know what I mean? So I would love to hear kind of like that kind of side of the mental aspects of it.
For sure.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
It would. Yeah, because it's still something that I kind of struggle with, for sure. Like I literally have like toyed back and forth, even since I like pulled out of prep. I'm like, and I know I'm not going to be like going on stage anytime soon, because like the goal right now is like being fertile and being healthy enough to like hopefully conceive.
Yeah.
But so like
I
I
love
know
that.
that this is like all thoughts for down the road, but I'm like, still, is wellness the way to go, or is like figure like women's physique the way to go? Because
Yeah.
I feel like I'm trying to like mold my normal life at this point with like bodybuilding. So it's like,
Yeah, right.
like, I don't know that I'll necessarily want to have to be as extreme as you might need to for like figure women's physique, stuff like that.
Sure.
Maybe like wellness would be more realistic once there's a child in the picture, you know, and I only have to train like 3 times a week and whatever. So it's very, trying to like mix those two things is kind of confusing.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, I'm sure you like know and kind of talk yourself through those moments too, but it's like, of course, like always trying to like focus on one thing at a time. You know what I mean? Just like the post that you post, or I think, actually, I don't know if it was I don't know, it's something along the lines of like, you know, you're trying to lose body fat, you're trying to put on muscle, you can't necessarily do both at the same time. I think it was a friend of mine actually here in Maine. I don't think it was you.
I saw that post.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just, but I'm sure still the feeling is just like, you probably still feel like the time's still going to come where you're probably going to have to make that decision, you know, and like, I was like wanting that answer now, you know what I mean? Like, because now you're gonna have to sit here and like think on it for however long, and
I'm just such a planner, and I'm motivated off of knowing what is the plan, you know what I mean?
Sure.
So that's I think we're all a little bit like that. It's like, okay, like I am a women's bodybuilder, and I'm gonna plan to compete in a year from now, and this is like all the steps that I'm gonna take like in between that. So if that's motivating, but like not having that is kind of like, okay, like what am I gonna do today? Like what's my goal
agenda,
physique? Like what am I trying to do? So it's just different.
For sure. I think it's really good to talk about though, because I do feel like obviously there are plenty of other competitors in similar boats and stuff, and you know, trying to find a space in the bodybuilding world without necessarily competing in the bodybuilding world. And I don't know. I do feel, I mean, especially even just like in this more extended like off season of like, okay, like I'm almost like itching and like ready to like do the next thing, you know what I mean? So I'm sure it feels similar to that of like, okay, I haven't done it in a little bit. So like, it's almost kind of this like pull, I guess, of like, but because you've been doing it for so long, and like, I'm sure your body's at the point of like, okay, this is about the time when we start doing this. And so break that, it's like break that cycle in a way.
Yeah, I guess like I'm trying to learn how to embrace it and just be like, okay, like I don't always have to know every second of like what I'm doing with my physique. Like it's okay. Just chill. Just go. You can just go to the gym and train, and that's fine. Like it doesn't need to be always about like what is, you know, when I'm going on stage or whatever. So that's a learning curve for sure.
Yeah. I don't know. I think that's hard anyways, because I'm sure even when you first got into the gym, which I don't think was strictly to work towards bodybuilding quite yet, right? Like you were just going to the gym just to like, but you still had the goal of like, okay, I want to like get in shape, and I want to, you know, build my shoulders, I want to build my legs or whatever. You know, you still had a goal that you were working towards. So now it's like, and you know, obviously maybe not necessarily in your eyes, but like you've already achieved so much, you know what I mean, physique wise, and like you were in a space that not a lot of people are. So it's like, okay, so then why am I going? You know what I mean? Not like why am I going, but almost like I don't even have the goal of like I want to bring my arms up a little bit, or I want to bring my legs or like my glutes up a little bit. You know, you're kind of
and once you get to a certain point, it's like you're really just refining your physique. It's not like, oh, I have like all the I have so much like glute that I need to grow, or like whatever. So if you don't know your exact like division, even which is like where I'm at, it's like, okay, like where do I refine? You know, if I'm not even quite sure yet, like the the exact direction that I'm going to go.
Yeah.
Because it's not like I have just a overall like need muscle everywhere.
Right.
It's like the refining. So I think you get what I mean.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I don't even know, and like obviously I'm certainly not at this point, but like athletes that get to the point of like, no, like you're there, you know, like Olympians, you know, that are like placing like top places of like, you know, you kind of have to come in a little bit tighter. Like there's really like, I don't know, like you're not, I guess kind of exactly like what you're saying, like you're just refining at that point. So it's like, what does training look like? Are you, you know, are things completely changed because you're not trying to like put on, you know, 10, 15 pounds again of stage weight? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know, like what, I mean, I feel like for me, like that would be such a struggle of like changing this like grit and this like, you know what I mean, hunger to like put on more size and stuff to be like, oh no, we're gonna dial things back and we just have to do X, Y, Z because we're just trying to tweak things at this point, you know?
Yeah. 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 It's and things become more clear obviously once you like know the exact direction that you're going.
Yeah.
But yeah, for right now, for me, like I'm not stopping training upper body. Like
Yeah.
I'm still gonna train upper body, like, but not with the intention of like, oh, I'm trying to grow a ton. I'm just gonna train it so it's getting some stimulus, you know.
Yeah.
Still train lower body the same that I always do, and kind of just see like what it looks like down the road and then go from there. So I think that's kind of the plan at the moment.
Yeah. What are you doing like diet wise? Are you just kind of like intuitively eating? Do you still kind of do like okay, throughout the week, you know, maybe like 4 or 5 my meals are structured and then, you know, dinner is just kind of like maybe we make something, or kind of what does that look like for you right now?
Yeah. We do, I mean, Ben and I will do like a cheat meal together once a week, whatever really we want. The rest of the week, honestly, I got a little burnt out from like following a very specific meal plan, but I still am doing that. It's just like I'm not looking at a meal plan, and I think that's just like the mental break that I needed. So it's like still all the same foods really. I might just not like measure it to the gram. So I'll kind of like eyeball my rice, but really like I've done this for so long, I'm sure it's like it's
Pretty
the
close.
normal amount of rice that I would always eat. Yeah. And every day is the same. I'm not doing like training day diet versus non-training day, stuff like that. I'm just eating consistently. I'm doing like 4 meals a day right now.
Nice.
Yeah, it's just really basic. And it's like jasmine rice, vegetable, and then like a protein. We'll do sweet potatoes. I do eggs. I like eggs, cream of rice. It's all the normal stuff. Yeah.
Always the bodybuilder, always the bodybuilder.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't think that's like ever going to change.
Yeah. Now, do you, is that honestly anything different from what you would have done, say you were in like a structured off season or something, working towards like a next prep? Like, do you kind of take that mental break, or have you taken that mental break in an off season? I'm just kind of going to eat intuitively, or just kind of from actual.
Yeah, this is pretty, I mean, in past off seasons when I knew like I'm going to be competing again in 6 months or 8 months or whatever, I would probably be a little more strategic with like 4 meals is pretty low for me. Like this is, I would have been eating probably 5 or 6 meals in the past. And yeah, calories probably would have been higher, and like working them up so that when it's time to prep, like, you know, there's more to pull from.
For sure.
So right now I would say I'm probably not under eating, but just not eating so much like the way that I maybe would in an off season to like grow.
For sure.
Right now it's, I would say like right now I'm just kind of eating like maintenance calories.
And I think that's also like kind of good for some people to hear of, like, I'm sure they'd be thinking, well, I don't know, you wouldn't necessarily want to eat more, you know what I mean? Or just like hearing like, I don't know, it's funny talking to people that are like getting into bodybuilding, or like Michael's got a couple clients that are like doing this for the first time, and just the mind-blowing concept of like, no, it's okay to eat more food. Like that's kind of what you want to do, especially leading into a prep, you know, for that exact reason of what you said, just so you kind of have, I call it like more tools in the tool belt. You know what I mean? Like you slowly pull your tools out as you go. You don't want to just completely, you know, use them all at once. You know, you kind of want to slowly titrate, as they like to say, like that. But yeah.
I've like kind of always been somebody in an off season though, where like, let's say it's Thanksgiving and we're like going to go visit his family or something, like, you know, and it's like a 4 or 5 day trip. I'll still eat like clean for the most part, but I will feel free to snack if they have like, eat for all the days, not just Thanksgiving. Like, you know, if they're making breakfast one morning, like I'm not going to say, no, I need to eat my regular breakfast. Like if it's an off season. So I will take like vacations and stuff like that and kind of put it to the side if it's only a few days or something like that. So I'll be a little more lenient in an off season with things like that.
Are you hunters that kind of the same deal or approach that you
and I feel like it's necessary. Like just relax. You don't have to be on it 365 days.
See, everybody, you're hearing from an Olympian that you don't have to go balls to the wall 365.
Not necessary.
I mean, burnout is such
I'm sure there are many people that would disagree, but
for sure. I mean, I don't know. I guess we all know it to be there are so many ways to do everything, and not every one way. You know, any one way is the best way. But I don't think I could do this if I had to be completely dialed in 365 and never take a break from it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Call me not hardcore enough or whatever. And you know, maybe if I was, maybe I'd be further, whatever. But then I wouldn't be enjoying what I'm doing, and to me, that's not worth it anyways. So,
exactly.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Hunter, are there any sort of like ritual thingies that you like to do kind of leading up to a show, or I don't know, any like mental sort of like get readies that you have or you do going into a big show like this?
Honestly,
or
I don't really do anything. No, not really.
No.
I mean, mentally, I'll like kind of pull back from social media and I'll kind of journal a bit more, get outside a bit more. But no rituals, nothing like that yet.
Well, I was kind of like okay, like I'm grounding myself. I'm getting ready for this very big moment, you know, and like you said, like I think that's a very wise move, pulling away from social media and just getting your head out of like, who is it gonna be and who's gonna show up and look at all these physiques, and because I don't care who you are. I feel like, you know, seeing that stuff just only, you know what I mean, just like it gets to you in a way, you know, and it's just especially for me, at least when I'm in these like kind of final weeks, it's almost like I'm not like bodybuilding out, but it's just like getting so much of that content constantly all the time. It's just like, I just want like my own little like boxed time. You know what I mean? Like I just I kind of cut all that out. So I for sure feel that. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I don't know,
I've gotten the same way. Like in past preps, I've like, I love MI40, but I've like the past, like, or not the past, the last like couple of weeks, I'll just go to the local gym where it's like no bodybuilders in there. It's just all, you know, normal people going to the gym. And cause I'm like, I can't see, I don't want to bodybuilder. I
just want to be in my box.
Yeah, exactly. So I will tend to do stuff like that where I'm like, maybe
I do the same thing.
Isolating a little more, like off social media a little more, maybe, not want to be in a bodybuilding gym, stuff like that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's so funny that, I mean, and not that obviously we have like such a like huge like overarching like bodybuilding community here, but even still like, you know, Michael's in prep for this, and everybody knows it's like it's Michael's pro debut, and like this is really big and it's really huge. Of course, he's always so grateful of anybody that's like rooting for him and things like that. But it's just like, I just wish people could just read the room a little bit better sometimes, of just like, even if you're not in the world of bodybuilding, like at this point, being around it enough, you probably know that like I'm not eating a lot of food. You probably know that like my energy, I don't look approachable, for the most part, I don't think we intentionally all walk around trying to look like, monsters or assholes or anything like that. But it's still just really like, it's just like, I'm just trying to get in here. I'm just trying to get in here. And like, this is quite literally like my job right now is just to be as efficient with this as possible and to get what I need to get done. And I almost like sometimes have to be like Michael's like bodyguard in a way. I'm just like, oh, like, don't, like, today's not the day. Like, don't come over. Like, don't, and like, I don't know. And then it just makes you feel like an asshole for having to say something, or I don't know. I feel like it is a very like, you gotta like give yourself like a break from it, a little space from it, just because I don't know, like you don't want to look like the asshole, like you don't want to look like the jerk. So it's like I'm better to remove myself and put myself in a space where I'm just like, I do my own thing, I can be free with it, and
and then you can avoid like having to feel that way, and it's all good.
No harm, no foul.
Hunter, how have you been feeling like the last few weeks? Like, I know we just said, obviously, you're, probably pretty tired and all the normal things, but like, do you feel like much has changed? Like from when you qualified to like leading up to the Olympia, has it been like pretty smooth sailing, or is it like gotten a lot more difficult, or, things like that?
I definitely have my days where I'm like, shit. As anybody else does.
For sure,
but, no, it's been really good. It's been really good. My upper body has grown a bit, which is really nice to see. We had a good rebound after Atlanta, so
good.
It's been good. I'm excited. It's been really good.
Yeah.
I know social media doesn't show everything, but you seem very like in your zone, you know what I mean? Like you feel very like, and not in like a like I'm coming for it all, but you feel very like I feel good here. I feel like I
feel like Hunter seems very chill. Like you're that's how it appears anyways.
Yeah. I don't know. I just
she's like, I'm just doing it.
I'm just doing it. Well, it's like my job requires like extreme flexibility, so it's like nothing really, just kind of got to go with the flow.
Yeah. Do you think, how do I want to word it? If you like say like you could completely like, and I know obviously this sounds like it's the goal, but if you could completely just like focus all of your time into bodybuilding,
it'd be amazing. It'd be amazing. I mean, and I would be a completely different athlete because like right now I get off work and let's say I'm on call that day. I don't get off till 6 p.m. I still have to go train, and then I have 45 minutes cardio. I'm getting home at like 10:30. I'm going to bed at like 11:30, and I'm getting up at 4:30. So it's like if I didn't have to work, I could train during the day. I could get adequate sleep.
Sleeping,
stress would be lower, but I wouldn't trade it though.
Yeah, for sure. Especially if you're liking what you're doing for the most part, you know what I mean? And it seems to like obviously you wouldn't still be doing it, I don't think, if you didn't like it, you know. It helps pay the bills and stuff. But I feel like I've never stayed somewhere long when I've gotten to the point where I'm just like, fuck this. You know what I mean? Like this.
How's
And
the suits going? How's making?
oh, really?
Yeah,
good.
that's right.
Really fun. So I'm not obviously like this is like completely. I couldn't have told you how to thread a sewing machine. You know what I mean? Like I knew that like if I'm there and it's already done, like I can like sew something if I needed to. You know, like I've made a quilt before. But like my skills are very minimal when it comes to this, which I also. I'm really excited about just to kind of dive into something completely new and completely just I don't know, it feels like cool to like be able to learn a new skill, I guess. Like 'cause I feel like not too often do we put ourselves in situations to do that, you know, like you obviously intentionally have to be like, you know what, I'm gonna learn how to speak Spanish. You know what I mean? Like you have to put, you know what I mean, like kind of step forward and do something like that. But I just feel like when you're in such a routine of like going to your same job Monday through Friday, like
Yeah.
5 and you go to the gym and like you do all your things, it's like I don't know, you almost tell yourself like you can't, you know, and I think I've done that for like a really long time of like, oh no, like I can't pursue something different because I have to, you know, find a new job or like go without for a little bit or whatever the case is. But
Yeah.
no, it's been like a lot of fun and Crystal is amazing and she's a really, really just like, I don't know, just like a powerful force of a woman, and I love her so much. And we get along very well. And Deuce comes with me, so she's got a couple dogs and like 5 cats, and her like it's such a cool environment. It's so much fun, and I love doing it. And I haven't gotten to the point of like bedazzling any of them yet, but
Yeah.
I feel like I've done like quite a bit. I feel like I picked up quite a bit pretty quickly, which feels rewarding. But I'm at the point of pretty much like stenciling out orders and like being able to read orders based off of like the measurements and stuff like that, and knowing like the different fabric colors, which has been like very interesting. You don't realize, I guess, like how much goes into this until obviously you start doing it. And especially for someone that's not like, so she was completely self-taught herself. Like she didn't really know how to do any of this when she started. I just felt like she was going to learn and figure it out along the way and trial and error and everything like that. So after like the little bit that I have done, I completely commend these companies that do this because it is a lot. It's a lot. And especially like her having done it for as long as she did by herself is just astonishing to me because it was again like so much was I don't know, like you guys obviously you see them, some of these ones that are just like completely blinged out and like these intricate like, designs and stuff. And yeah, it's been very cool to be kind of on the side of the ordering, I guess. But
Yeah.
That's cool.
And you're not at your other job at all anymore. This is like full time.
Not yet. So I am still at my other job, but I'm
Okay.
there Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
Okay.
And then I'm with Crystal on Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Got it. That's
Yeah.
nice.
And
Kinda
like the
gives you a little switch up.
Yeah, which honestly is kind of proving to be a little difficult because I find that it's so disorienting, you know what I mean? Just because again, when you're in this like same routine constantly all the time and broken up like this, I feel like I don't know, I'll go back to work on Wednesday, but it feels like it's a Friday or something, or
Yeah.
like, and it just like completely kind of throws me off. But I like it because I also feel like, again, when we're like so hard on these routines and like structure, which is good, but I feel like it just expedites time so much more. And you're just when you're doing the same thing over and over versus like taking the time to like stop and make, I don't know. Jasmine and I were talking about it at one point of like it's like an actual thing where, you know, like if you're just not like as you get older, like we're not relying on like new memories, you know what I mean? Or we're just relying on the same tasks and like the same I'm really bad at explaining this, but like the same kind of motions that you do every day, you know?
Yeah.
So I do feel like it has kind of been feeling like time isn't going by so fast. Like I'm not feeling like, oh my God, it's already the weekend again. Like, oh my God, it's already been 3 weeks since like XYZ, you know?
Yeah.
I think that's been really nice. But
yeah. That is nice. Slows it down a little bit for you. I feel like prep is another thing that slows time down a lot.
Yeah.
I don't, at least for me, I don't know if you guys feel that way, but it definitely does. Like, I don't know. Like,
I
preps
feel
go by so fast, but also so slow. Because when it
Yeah.
starts getting to that point where it's like 5 weeks out or whatever, and it's just like the slowest freaking 5 weeks of your whole life, you know? I
there
don't know.
definitely is like a weird, I don't know what to call it, a sweet spot 'cause it's a shitty spot, but like there definitely is this like, it's usually for me between like weeks like 6 and like 4. You're just like, it's close, but it's really like not close enough to be like, oh, just like, I don't know, like my oil changes in 2 weeks, and then 2 weeks after that is, you know what I mean? Like you're able to kind of like piece it out like that.
Mhm.
But yeah, I feel like once you get there or you're close to it, in hindsight, you're just like, holy shit, that was 18 weeks. That was 16. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
4 months. Like, what are you talking about? 4 months just went by so fast.
true. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
at least, like, yeah, at least for me, I feel like bodybuilding has completely changed my, I guess, like my outlook on time or like how fast time passes, I guess.
Oh, for
Um,
sure.
And I feel like I've said it before, but it's just like, we're always just like shooting for the next thing or like aiming for the next thing. And like you, again, like you said earlier, Alyssa, right? Like you have this timeline or you have this kind of mapped out, like, okay, for the next, like, whatever it is, like 12 to 18 months, I'm going to be focusing on XYZ and like growing. And then I'm going to do a prep and that's going to be, 4 or 5 months. And that, you know what I mean? So it's just always like the next thing. And I don't know, when you chunk it out like that, it just feels like I don't know. It's been crazy that I've been doing this for 7 years. You know what I mean? Like, how has it already been 7 freaking years? Like, that's
Yeah.
not. It's crazy.
Mhm.
Like, how long has it been for you? Let's like 10 years. You said like 10, 11 years.
Yeah, I started bodybuilding in 2015. I did my first show, July. I think it was July, of 2015.
That's so crazy.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's wild. Yeah.
I want to see. I don't know if we've like. I think we've done a little sharing of that, but I'd love to see everybody's like very first like debut
Yes.
photo. We should get.
Let's do it.
I would love that. Oh my goodness, it feels like ages ago.
I know.
Oh,
Like when I look back at like the first show that I ever did, I did figure, but I look at it now and I'm like, I was definitely bikini size.
yeah, yeah,
Like probably could have been in bikini. Well, at least
yeah.
like the way bikini is now, it's like, that's
No worries.
yeah.
I was. What is he saying? What do you say?
He goes, with that ass, you could have.
Yeah. It is so like, I don't know. I feel like it's so hard for like a newer, like somebody that doesn't really quite have the foundation, but they want to like start and they want to, not necessarily take the 2 years to put on, a good amount of size before they compete and figuring out like what division they want to be in and stuff. Like, I'm always a huge advocate for like doing the one that you can look at the girls that are in that division and say like, wow, like I think that looks really cool. That's what my goal is. Or do you guys think it's more like you should compete in the division that your physique aligns with at that time and work your way up?
I see what you mean. Like like do your first show in whatever division you like the best, even if you're not ready for it, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what the best approach is, like
I feel like I never aligned with bikini, like especially when I was first starting.
Yeah.
And I don't think I knew enough back then to like really evaluate my physique and be like, oh, I should be in bikini. You know what I mean? I just knew I liked how like figure looked.
True.
And I felt like I was very naive. Like I was not evaluating everything or anything.
Right, exactly.
So I'm like, oh yeah, like I can do that and I can look like that.
Yeah.
And I just think like I had too much confidence. It was good. It served me well for that point in time.
Absolutely.
But like I would say if you don't have, if your personality is not going to match with like that division, I feel like bikini is like a very if you don't have like, if that sassy or like want
Yeah,
to like
true.
be doing those poses, like,
Yeah.
I don't think that you should if you don't like that,
Feel
just because
comfortable.
maybe your body like fits there at the
Sure.
moment. You know what I mean?
That's a good point to take too. I don't think I've ever looked at it with that approach. It's always kind of been either, again, like kind of you look at the women that are, you know, at least like a few years in this and have established themselves a little bit in the sport or whatever, or like the training style that you align with the most, you know, like obviously if you're somebody that, you know, you don't really love hardcore, like training legs 3 times a week, you probably aren't going to like trying to be in the wellness division, you know, or you know, somebody that, you know, has to train upper body, like obviously, like not that you don't train upper body in like bikini or something like that, but you guys obviously know what I'm talking about. So those have kind of been my ones, but yeah, I guess like that is a very big thing too of, you know, where your kind of personality fits. And if you're somebody that, you know, can't necessarily put that face on if that's not you, you know, I do think sometimes like people kind of have their like different personas on stage too, you know, like I'm not necessarily this person, you know, in the every like day to day, but you know, I can put it on when I, you know, put my heels on, put my suit on and go out on stage.
Yeah.
Or not, you know what I mean? But yeah, at least with the competitors that I have had to this date, like it's always just kind of been like whatever you like the look of, like let's shoot for that. But I find it hard sometimes because especially again in this bodybuilding world and media world where we see so many wins, I feel like it's just so disheartening when they're on stage and like, you know, somebody that's maybe doing this for a couple of years happens to do that regional show that you're doing and you know, obviously, you know, it kind of comes up in wins a show or whatever, and like somebody gets last or something. I don't know. And maybe that's just people that don't necessarily align with bodybuilding. Like if you can't take those losses, then you know maybe it's a matter of rethinking it. But I don't know. It's just one of those things of trying to help people figure out kind of where they fit in bodybuilding. I know it's not easy, especially with how many divisions we have.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just,
I don't think it's a bad idea to like jump into a show before you're like perfectly ready.
yeah.
Because like nobody is, you know, like you're the sport, like you're always trying to improve. So I think like if you, I don't know, like I'm trying to like think back on myself. Like I had enough muscle that it wasn't like outrageous that I like did figure, but obviously looking back now, I'm like, yeah, you were super small. But I think if you're like in a decent spot where like you can jump into a show and see if you like it. First of all, do you even like this? Do you want to do this rather than like spending 2, 3, however many years, you know, just trying to look a certain way for this division, then you've never prepped and you don't even know if you like bodybuilding or if you like the prep part of bodybuilding, you know?
Yeah. No, that's actually a very good point because yeah, I know several people that like, oh, you know, just, you know, another year of off, you know what I mean? Like just in this perpetual like off season, just like almost, I don't know, there's got to be some sort of like self-doubt in that, right? To some degree of like, it doesn't matter. Like you're not necessarily like, you don't know what you're shooting for. You know what I mean? Like you don't know what you necessarily need to do because you haven't gotten lean enough to see what needs to be improved on or adjusted or whatever, or how to like structure your training around how you look and what you're trying to do for the division. Like it's just, I don't know. I feel like most people that kind of, I don't know. I feel like most people who haven't stepped on stage with that mindset probably won't step on stage is usually like my thoughts on that. But
yeah,
just get on stage and like you need the experience anyways. You know what I mean? Like who cares? Like why would you want to necessarily go to win your way up to, you know, you're a third. I don't know. I think the experience is so important. The experience is very important. I think in those lower regional level kind of, you know, years or time or whatever, just to kind of get that confidence or just get that experience on stage, you know? So don't always necessarily have to wait until you're ready. But obviously, like if it's somebody like you, Hunter, who just like, you know what, I have the muscle because I put it on through years of just dedicated training and stuff, and like you belong, you know.
Yeah.
That's a different story. But yeah, if you're just somebody that's like just a gym goer that's like, hey, I want to compete, but you know, I gotta wait till like I'm big enough or I'm ready enough. Like I just feel like you just pull the plug and just do it. Yeah.
Yeah, just go.
Just go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Go.
I don't know. Cause like to me too, like that's like, at least for me, like it's motivating. You know what I mean? Like, again, like it gives you something to work towards. And I don't know. I think it's always exciting for me every time, like every prep, like you see something new or like you see, something on your body maybe you haven't seen, and it just kind of, I don't know. There's reasons why people have the ebbs and the flows, and you're in an off season, you're in a prep, you're in an off season, you're in a prep. Like otherwise, everybody would take these amount of times, whatever breaks off to get the biggest they can and win and go out. You know what I mean? Go out on stage and win. But
yeah,
I don't know. Maybe I'm rambling at this point, but.
You have a couple clients like competing soon, right, Chey? I feel like I've seen you posting a little bit.
Yeah, I'm trying to. I'm trying to like get on top of that stuff too. Like I feel like I'm very bad about building my coaching portfolio that way, like just whatever. But yes, I do have 6 clients actually in this main show that we have coming up. And I believe we're 3 weeks out right now. So that will be interesting. That is definitely the most that I've had doing a show at once. Ben, do you have any advice for me?
Oh,
Having multiple people in a show that you're coaching?
What was the question?
I have, for the first time, I have more than one athlete doing a show at the same time. I have 6 girls that'll be competing in the show, in this regional show, and just like any advice as a coach of like kind of some things that you do to kind of organize your time or kind of make sure you're on top of shit.
I would definitely have that whole week planned out, like with your schedule and when you're going to see them and things like that. If you can have them meet in the same place, that's great. I mean, there's no way to do it really. Just keeping it like as organized as you can and having as little meetings as possible and trying to like lump them together so that you're not wasting too much time.
That's fine.
And then
go ahead.
I was just gonna say, not that I haven't been in this situation myself, but maybe like I don't know if Michael can like, I'm sure he can like help to keep people like organized like on the day of somehow, maybe like being able to have like a helping hand on that day.
I think that honestly might be how we approach it, because he has a couple clients, male clients in that show too. He's actually guest posting at the show, so it's
wow,
a very busy. Very busy day for us, but super exciting. You know what I mean? Like it's really cool that this is Michael's first time guest posing as a professional bodybuilder, like main or not. You know what I mean? Like it's still really cool to kind of, I don't know, like have someone ask him to do that.
it is.
Yeah, I think that's probably how we'll tackle it, or at least for me. Like, can you please like go take a look at it real quick and just make sure everything's okay or whatever. Like while I'm watching somebody from the crowd or something, or it's a very good idea.
Another thing too, like I don't know what you put in your plans or whatever, but I think also just making sure that you have all the answers to the repeated questions already in their hands, so that they're like, well, what do I do about that rice cake or this fucking suit? Like just have a whole list of the frequently asked questions and like think of everything and put it in there and give it to all of them.
Yeah, that's a very good idea. So one thing I did do was make like a show day prep sort of list of like, this is the type of food that you're going to want to have. Make sure you bring your food scale. Make sure you bring your, body weight scale. Make sure you bring extra sheets to the hotel because you get charged. And like literally like makeup, your scent, like just like this whole, like really like a 3-page list of like this is shit that you're going to need to have ready and like at the ready and stuff. And, now's a good time to kind of start getting that stuff together now. And But I do like that too, just kind of those. That is a thing. Like you get one question from somebody, and then like a couple days later, it's a question. You're just like, shit. Like I just need to get you all together. Like
I hate to hold hands so much, but
yes,
it's just better for you if you do it beforehand. Like
yeah,
they're gonna ask it. They're gonna fuck up. Like
yeah,
just do it before and
yes,
almost work too much with their
yeah,
plan to where it's
yeah,
like literally fucking bulletproof.
yeah,
They're still
exactly.
gonna fuck it up. They're gonna fuck it
Yeah.
up still. But
Ask the
get it as
questions.
close as possible, and that's
Yeah,
as good as you can do.
yeah, that's true. That's very true. Um,
I will back away.
He's getting very passionate about this.
yeah. No, but I mean, like it's good because like it's. I don't know. I think that's a big thing too. Is like competitors are so and like obviously like you want to make sure that you do everything right and everything like to a T, but like for the most part, like and especially like for a regional competitor, like we really can't fuck it up at this point unless you like completely just fucking binge and go
Right.
off or something like that, like do something really crazy or stupid, or you fucking break your, you know what I mean? Like something catastrophic would have to happen really to like mess this up. And I think it's like it obviously is just very overwhelming, especially for first time competitors, which for the most part all of these ladies are.
Yeah.
I understand it, you know what I mean? Like I understand, but it's just like it's okay.
Yeah.
You know? Like I'll make sure you've got what you need to have. I'll make sure you know what you need to do for the next like XYZ hours, and trying to like mentally prep them all that way too.
Yeah.
Kind of feed them little tidbits, like checking with everybody and like, have you guys scheduled your hair, tan, makeup and stuff like that?
Mm-hmm.
And like make sure you go on to register for your NPC card and then go, you know what I mean? So like I've been like kind of doing those checkpoints too along the way.
Yeah. I was gonna say those things too, like for
Mhm.
first time people, they might not realize, like, make sure you're scheduling your hair and makeup. Like I like to schedule as early as it can be because
Mhm.
I don't trust anything. I'm
Yeah,
like, I want to be at the venue like before the show even starts, even if I'm like the last category to go, because they change things all the time. And like,
Murphys show
I
up.
will not miss my time on stage. Like, that
Yeah,
can't happen.
yeah,
So, like, yeah, just making sure, that they have an idea of like when to schedule these things and the like athlete meeting the morning of or whatever,
yeah.
like just that they know like all the little, like you said, the checkpoints.
Yep. And it's
Yeah.
definitely like, especially when you've been doing it for an extended period of time, like it's so second nature to you, so it's like having to stop and think about like, oh yeah, of course they wouldn't know to bring like sheets to the Airbnb or the hotel room or something like that, to tan on something, or to wear long sleeve clothes or something to help, protect your tan, like when you're sleeping and stuff. And just like those basics that we just do because we just know to do them,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm excited. I'm excited for them all. They're all looking very good. They're all very excited. They're all definitely very like ready to do it. But it's super motivating. It's really fun to kind of see, especially like first time competitors, like, and they've never seen their bodies like this ever, or like, I didn't know I had chest muscles, like this little bikini wellness competitor I have right now. And I don't know, it's cool kind of bringing people through that and like showing them that like if you just follow something consistently and put in the work, possible. So it's been cool, really cool. So yeah, 3 more weeks.
Nice. That's exciting.
You have some clients maybe that are looking at compete. Have you prepped anybody or have you coached anybody to a show yet?
I haven't. No.
You haven't. Okay.
So that is like definitely the goal.
Yeah.
I feel most comfortable at this point with like I love doing lifestyle, like because I don't know. I just feel like I like helping people organize their schedules in a way that's gonna like fit their job and like if they have a family, like responsibilities like that. So and like getting them like into a good routine. But yeah, I do have a couple that are looking at competing next year, but there are also people that like are still looking to like gain some muscle, and we would have to kind of do like a little like recomp phase and stuff like that. So still like the very beginning kind of stages. But yeah, that's a goal of mine. Like I do want to get some clients on stage for sure.
Yeah.
So,
that's exciting.
Mm-hmm.
Hunter, is that anything you think you would ever consider? And you want to do it at all? No?
No. My thing is, I've always said I'm a doer, not a thinker, because I would just be like, I don't know, just squat, just do it. I don't know. Like I can't tell the ins and the outs of movement patterns and diets. I have no idea. I would be doing someone a disservice if I tried. I would make a lot of money if I did it, but
for sure.
I just would be doing a huge disservice to anyone. So
I think
it's like, it's never been something I'm passionate about. Like I've never like thought about it and been like, ooh, yeah.
Cool.
Do you feel like because I feel like this sometimes for myself, like especially, you know, I did dance growing up, and I feel like that taught me a lot of like awareness about my body and like where it is in space and like certain, you know, postural things like that. So do you feel like lifting and like powerlifting, all of it came like kind of naturally for you, so that it makes it hard to explain that like form to somebody else when you can just feel it and you don't like you don't even know why, like you understand it, but you just do?
When I squat, I'm a very upright squatter. I don't my torso does not come down at all. I couldn't tell you why it's like that. I don't know. I have no idea. That's just how I do it. And
it's actually a very smart question, Alyssa. I do like that question. Like it's very I don't think it is like when you say that, like it is very difficult trying to explain to somebody. It's more or less obviously like somebody newer in the gym or something, which I would say at this point, like I don't really have like new like people that are new completely to training. But yeah, trying to I feel like I over explain sometimes, you know what I mean? Almost like explain it to the point where like it doesn't make sense perhaps, but it is tricky kind of relaying what you feel in your body and like how someone else should feel it in their body, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
Well, at least
you know what you want and what you're like. I just want to just do and compete, and that's my life for it.
No, it's good. It's good that you know that. Maybe you know, you never know. Like maybe down the road it changes.
Yeah.
Who knows? But
never say Heck yeah.
But I do feel like it would be stressful, like coaching a lot of competitors.
Yeah.
You know, like you have 6 people. That would probably stress me out a little bit. Like, which is also why lifestyle is like a little bit nicer.
Yeah.
You
know? I've definitely had plenty of experiences with, let's just say, distasteful clients. Obviously, I no longer have. But that's a big part of it too, because I'm such a, I don't know, maybe that makes me like not a great person to be a coach. But like I'm gonna clap back. You know what I mean? Like if you come at me about something, or I don't know, I don't understand like asking somebody for a service. And not that like I always encourage people to ask questions, but like, and I think you understand kind of where I'm going with this. Like there's a point where you're like asking to kind of like no, like XYZ, and like asking in like well, why would you have me do this and blah 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 and this and whatever, you know, like it's kind of like a way it comes off, I guess. But
I know exactly what you mean.
So that can definitely be tricky, like dealing with different personalities and stuff, especially for like females. You know, like there's quite a few different flavors of us, and I feel like maybe I don't know. I know he left the room, but I don't know if coaching guys is any different, or if guys are just like, yep, I'm just gonna turn my brain off and just do. And not to say that there are obviously like females that do that. You know, like all of the clients that I have right now are really great.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's just some very, it's just definitely a certain personality, you know, and I think you probably come across people like this.
Yeah. What I have struggled with is like, and this might be because so you said that like you like clap back. I'm probably like maybe too nice sometimes, and a lot of times, or not with any of the clients I have right now, because I was like working with like a girl that had her own like coaching company. So I was like an assistant coach, and now I've like gone and off on my own. So
nice.
I only have, yeah, thank you. I only have a few clients right now on my own. So this is like the you know, great group that I have at the moment. But in the past I was having like a lot of clients that more so like I would almost say needed like a friend slash therapist, and was expecting way more than just like the coaching aspect.
Yeah.
And it's like, I'm not going to be texting with you all day. You know what I mean? It's like, that's a lot of like what I would run into.
Yeah, that can definitely be very, very tricky, and kind of balancing those relationships of like, yes, like I'm here to a degree of like, so yes, it's good to know that, you know, you're X weeks out and you just broke up with a boyfriend or something,
Right.
or you know what I mean? Like, and just kind of, and I've always said like, you know, this is a safe space, like whatever you need to like vent or whatever, you know, like I can be there. But yes, like there is a degree where it's like, I certainly try to set my boundaries in that initial, like those initial conversations. Like I truly have like this kind of like typed out like spiel that I have of like, I'm not accessible 24/7, especially like in this day and age of just like instant gratification and DMs and like quick, you know, this, that, and the other thing. Like I do reserve the right to kind of have my family time when I have my family time. And, you know, I do try to like spell a lot of that stuff out. But of course, like, you know, things go on and like, you know, just it's been X amount of time. And yeah, it definitely can be tricky, like balancing that out. And then like, you know, not necessarily wanting to, you want to, I don't know, make someone feel like the service that you're providing is worth it. You know what I mean? Or like they're benefiting from it.
Yeah.
But like you're saying, yes, like I'm not, you'd be paying me much, much more if I was.
Right. And
you know?
it's also knowing when, at what point, because coaches, a lot of times I've seen, you know, might be like selfish because you want clients, obviously, like that's your profession. But like I think like some of what I've seen is like, oh, this is like actually not, you're not really looking, yes, maybe you're looking for help like losing weight or whatever the goal, but you actually need like a professional, like a therapist. You know what I mean? And knowing when to maybe like defer out. I don't know.
Exactly.
Or refer out.
Yes.
But
I know,
yeah,
like, okay. And that just obviously takes a lot of like self-reflection and a lot of like internal looking and stuff. And I feel like obviously people in that space have a hard time doing that, you know? But yeah, that definitely, it can be a fine line of trying to be like, hey,
sure,
I got you, but then also I have my own shit that I deal with too. You know, like I also just got in a fight with my significant other last week, or my attitude the vet or something emergency. You know what I mean? Like I've got my own shit to deal with too, and it's not just one of you that I have. It's, you know, 10 of you or 12 of you, 15 of you. You know what I mean? Like but yeah, and I'm sure on their end it's hard to like understand that, because to them it is just you and them, you know.
Yeah. Well, Ben's back. We can ask that. What the question was, if
it's like, Guy, like do you coach both males and females?
I would like to.
Okay. Yeah.
Right now it's only men.
Yeah, I haven't really had the chance to work with a female yet. No.
Do you and like, I guess you can still kind of answer it without having the comparison, but like, do you find that you get a lot of like, I don't know, like, do they just kind of shut off and do and like, yep, okay, Coach Ben, like, yep, you said XYZ, gonna do it? Or do you get like pushback a lot, or like people like asking like a lot of questions, or
Sorry.
We fell. Oh man. I'd say there's a lot of ignorance and
Okay.
just not knowing how.
Sure.
That for sure is like the overwhelming majority.
Yeah.
Out of those people, I'd say probably 60% of them think I'm wrong and
Yeah.
think they know better.
Yeah.
The other 40 are looking to, get better and listen to me.
Yeah.
I'd say out of that 40%, there's maybe 20 that just do what I say, and
I'm just gonna do it. Yeah. Yeah.
so yeah, I mean, there's no numbers to it, right? But like
Yeah.
mainly, I think generally these days people are a little hesitant to listen because of all the information that's out there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. For sure.
And yeah, I mean, it's also not really their fault. Like they have so much in front of them, and it's giving them different perspectives when you're trying to give them a perspective.
Right.
And like how are they supposed to trust you? They just started
Right.
working with you.
Yeah.
What's different between you and the 6 other people saying something different on Instagram?
Yeah, exactly.
So,
Coach
I
Ben
don't
has
know.
me doing, 40 minutes of cardio 5 times a week, but then Coach Josephine has her clients doing, 5,
Yeah.
whatever, 8 minutes of cardio twice a week. Like, I want to do that. I want to be like that,
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, my initial kind of like grab into that was just, I just feel like there's so many different like varieties of personalities with females, and just like some that are very like, I don't know. And like, yeah, there's a difference between like wanting to just like learn and like understand versus like questioning what you're doing. You know what I mean?
If you're asking if there's just as much variability with men, then yes, there is. Men are just as fucking stupid, okay? And they try to figure it out, and it's like trying to figure out how to perform brain surgery when you didn't pass high school.
Yeah,
So,
sure.
like maybe shut up and listen.
Yeah. Yeah. Like that kind of that really like ties into my initial statement, which was like, I don't understand paying somebody for a service and then just not trusting them. That would be like, I don't know, going to ask somebody to fix your fucking roof and they're going to tell you how, and you're like, no, but like, shouldn't it be this way? And it's like
You'd never do that.
Yeah, you never do that. Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Yeah. And I think I think he's right where there's just so much information available,
Yes.
that everybody thinks they can like be an expert and know everything about this just because like we see it on Instagram or whatever. Whereas like a roofer, you know what I mean? Like I don't know the first thing about roofing.
Yeah.
So I'm not like seeing information about that on Instagram all the time and whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
So like I'm gonna trust whoever I hire to do it. But yeah, there's just way too much out there.
And then of course, just like without getting too much into it, like of course just like ChatGPT and stuff like that. And like when you can hey, I do my fair share of ChatGPT, okay?
Yeah.
I do my ChatGPT.
She would trust ChatGPT before God.
No, come on.
I do to some degree, I do like seeing how it pulls from sources and stuff like that. It's just you know what I mean? Like it can tie together and pull together sources quicker than I can look them up. And it's just in a nice readable format for me. So.
Yeah. I mean, like today I have this like white pair of like shoes, like tennis shoes.
Yeah.
And they got like some stains on them from like that orange, like freaking mud, got on it. And I washed them and there's still like some remnant of it. So I took a picture of the shoes and I was like, can I bleach these? Cause they're white. And it like gave me some recommendations and it basically told me like, oh, it's not really smart to do that, but you can do this. And
that's what I need.
So stuff like that, like home things that I don't know how to do. I'll like take a picture and be like, what do I do to fix this?
Yes.
You
Like that's
know?
amazing. That's no different than like I'm very big on like looking shit up on YouTube and like figuring out how to do shit on YouTube. You know what I mean? Like a video, like a how-to video or something. To me, it's kind of like the in the same regard. But
Yeah.
yeah,
So
I don't know how to do something.
I do use it shamelessly, but with that being said, it's like ChatGPT is not going to be the same as having a coach.
Something that's like look at
So
you.
yeah,
Exactly.
it's different.
Yeah.
You can get advice on there, sure. Like you can get some generic workout plan made on there. Yeah.
Sure.
I mean, but it's not gonna give you like a personalized kind of, attention to detail that a coach would be able to give you.
And then it's also interesting too, right? Because it's like you frame your question a certain way and you probably can get a desired answer back, you know?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So of course, if you're like, I'm 5 weeks out for my show and I'm feeling really, really tired and flat and blah, blah, blah. The team might be like, oh, well, some bodybuilders, blah, blah, blah. Like maybe if you add some carbs, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Like I feel like
you can kind of like get the answer that you want a little bit out of it. So
a little, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I enjoy coaching and it's a lot of fun and it's taught me a lot. And yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited for this show. I'm honestly excited for like really after the show, we're kind of chill for a little bit until the holidays, which feels really nice. I'm sure shit to do, but yeah, we have a wedding that we're going to next weekend too. But honestly, like that's more like feels more chill because it's up by where Michael's parents live. So we're gonna go up there on Thursday. The wedding's on Saturday, so we're gonna have like a nice Friday to just chill at his parents. And the weather looks like it's gonna be really nice all week, which is really awesome. Just kind of like sunny and like 60s, 70s. So
that's perfect.
Yeah, I'm so looking forward to it. But of course, like you're looking forward to something like that for the weekend, and the next 4 days are gonna go by so slow.
Yeah.
I want it to be here. I just want it to be here, but yeah, it'll be fun. And I enjoy dressing up. Like I enjoy having an excuse to like dress up, and because I feel like we don't do it often enough, you know. At least I don't. At least I don't for sure.
Neither do I. Neither do I.
Ben's like, yeah, I know.
He's like, you need to dress up more. I literally look like a house freaking goblin.
Yeah.
Because I work from home now. I mean, it's been almost a year that I've been working from home, but like, so I definitely tend to get lazy with what I'm like still in my pajamas some days by like 5 p.m. when I'm getting off work. So yeah.
I love it though. It's nice.
It is, but sometimes I feel like, okay, I would feel a lot better if I kind of like treated this more like I have to go into an office. Yes. Yeah.
Not that you don't
like
treat
I
your
would
job
just feel
seriously.
better. Yeah. So dressing up can help do that.
Do you you should like run a little experiment maybe for like a week, like get ready as if you were getting ready to like go into the office or something, and see if that gives you any sort of like boost of whatever that you're lacking. You know?
I already know that it would, but I will take you up on the challenge just for like motivation on to do it, because I'm like somebody that I feel like my day hasn't started until like I brush my teeth. You know what I mean? Like I mean, those basic things like make me feel like, all right, my day now is ready to get started. So
cool.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. Random things.
I enjoyed my work from home days. I mean, I do feel like, I don't get them anymore, but it's like, I don't know. I'm content at least with the workload that I have now. So, hopefully, I mean, ideally the goal is to work my way out of this primary job that I have and just do coaching and suits. But I do find that like, and maybe I mentioned this last time, I'm not sure, but just like the daunting idea that if bodybuilding's gone all of a sudden, you know what I mean? Like, poof, there goes like all of that.
Yeah.
It's hard to step away from something that feels safe. Obviously, that's a very human thing, but
Yep.
yeah.
I've definitely struggled with that too. Like, finally, I mean, I had been at my one job. It was like a corporate job, like going into the office since actually since 2015. So I started that job the same year that I like started bodybuilding. And I was very comfortable there. Very like, you know, just in terms of like the schedule, I wasn't like making tons of money, but I was making enough that I could like feel comfortable and had like benefits, you know, the typical like corporate kind of things. But like for years I was not happy like toward the end there. And I really struggled with like, do I stay because I'm really comfortable and I'm like too scared to like jump into something else and maybe make a little less money, maybe the benefits aren't as good or whatever. But it eventually like literally got to the point where physically I was like unwell going into that job. Like it was that bad that it was like, I think like you eventually just do what you have to do because it gets to the point where it's like, yeah, like this is just not it anymore. Yeah. So
yeah. So that job isn't what you're doing now, obviously.
no.
Okay.
So it's similar, like what I was doing. I mean, at my last job, I started off as a recruiting home healthcare nurses, and then I eventually was promoted to a management position where I was like managing recruiters.
Gotcha.
Which I kind of learned like I don't really love being a manager because everything is your fault. Literally, like if your recruiters aren't hitting their numbers, like that's your fault. Even though like, you know, you've had conversations with them and like you can't control people's performance completely. So
it's hard.
It was more stressful than I would like. So now in the company that I'm with, it's a different company. I'm the recruiter again, and I'm just responsible for my own numbers. Like I'm at home, and it was like a bit of a pay cut, but I'm way happier. So
yeah, for sure. Nice. Well, good for you. Good for you. And like taking this coaching on your own. I'm sure that's also a similar kind of like jumping from something that's comfortable and something that I'm sure like to a degree like fed you clients in a way. Yes. Like you kind of
I didn't have to like find my own. Yep.
So yeah, heck yeah. Push in your comfort zones a little bit.
Exactly. Good. Yeah, it's always worth it, I think, in the long run, you know.
I think so too. You're doing all of it. You know, you're kind of jumping out of these boxes that you've been comfortable in for a little bit, it sounds like. So it's a good thing, though. It's a good thing. Good things I feel like always come from that, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Yep.
All right, girlfriend, what I do have to go make this boy some dinner, and Michael's going to get ready for his pod here in the next 30 minutes. So
perfect.
But it was nice ending it with you. Thanks for staying on.
I know, you too. I feel like it's been a while, so
I know it has been. It is. I need some girly chats every now and again. Get away from this big lug in this house. No, it's good. All right. Well,
all right. Have a good night. Talk to you later.
Bye, Benjamin.
Bye.
Oh, bye.
Bad bitch,